Could the Eagles sign this Pro Bowl defensive end to be the replacement for Josh Sweat? Let's take a look at Joey Bosa. Definitely a big name in the league. Has a lot of talent as a pass rusher. Maybe a little more stout against the run based on measurables. But there are some additional considerations. If you look at who the Eagles have coming back, we have Jalix Hunt, we have Nolan Smith, we have Bryce Huff. Now, it remains to be seen if Bryce Huff is going to be a force for the Eagles next year, but we are pretty locked into him for next year. I find it very hard to believe the Eagles would try to move on to him just because of the cap implications since they only signed him last year. Some of the issues with Joey Bosa have been injuries and to some degree production. The first concern for me personally would be the injuries. If you look at his injuries over the last few years, he missed a lot of games over the last 2 years. Then if you look at production, I wouldn't exactly call it elite, but obviously we have to look at those injuries. Also, once you put a guy like Bosa on the line with guys like Jalen Carter, that production could go up. But there's also this.
When did the Chargers play this week?
Are you Snapchatting your little buddies?
No, I'm just videoing you. The guy who's not playing today. Bosa!
If you ask me personally, I'm not seeing the risk being worth the reward here with Joey Bosa. If we had the luxury of more cap space, maybe, but he's probably going to garner about $17 million a year. Here are the options I see available to the Eagles. You got a Hassan Reddick return at $12 million a year. Could be an interesting storyline with how the relationship is with the team at this point. Josh Sweat returning at $19 million a year. You could have Brandon Graham, who could really only be a depth option at this point, at $4 million a year, or perhaps even Chase Young at $17.5 million a year. He would definitely be the youngest option at just 25 years old. But let me know in the comments what you think of these options and if there's some I haven't thought of.